Hi everybody, how you guys doing today? It is your faves from Tree of Life Infusion and Wellness and Atmospheric Pleasures, Lillian and Jascinth here with you today. And today we're going to talk about one of the products that I particularly like to tell people about. Um, let's talk more about your wellness products that actually cater to specific conditions such as cancer, MS, or other autoimmune illnesses. Yes.
Okay, well, with cancer, all right. First of all, cancer is something when you hear that word, it's like, oh my gosh, it stops your heart, you stop breathing, you wonder what you're going to do. I need you to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and understand that there are products out there to help. Okay? We do have patients, okay, that have cancer that we are treating. We have one particular patient, we treated her for pancreatic cancer, and she no longer has cancer. Okay? She no longer has cancer. She has the scans to prove it, yes, all the tests to prove it, the lab work to prove it from her doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So,
an amazing doctor as well, right?
Yes, exactly. So what happened is, so I had a family member. I had a family member who had was battling prostate cancer and was brought to my attention, and I said, okay, we're going to take care of this. Then I was brought to my attention another young lady who has, she has pancreatic cancer. And I was like, what? Pancreatic cancer, young, has 3 children. That touched my heart. That touched my heart. I said, something has to be done for her. Okay? It's not a secret. I have to let you know that she's my childhood friend for 12 years old. And I was like, what can be done for this? I started doing so much research, so much research. I need you to understand. This young lady took chemo for 2 rounds and had to stop. She couldn't take it anymore. Her nails became black. Her fingernails became black. Her toes became black. She developed a skin rash. All her hair fell out. She was tired, pain in her knees. And I spoke to her and she said to me, I didn't have these symptoms. I didn't have these. None of these ailments that I'm having now. It happened after I started taking the chemo. So she says, I stopped it. I told them I can't do this anymore. And I don't know what I'm going to do, but I don't want to take this because I feel that is killing me faster than when I didn't know that I had this diagnosis of pancreatic cancer. She lives in New York. I flew to New York to take care of 2 patients with her. So I said to her, I said, okay. I created, in the lab, I created capsules for her. I created teas for her. 2 different types of capsules and teas for her that treated her cancer. Not only gave it to her, but taught her, because remember, I live in another state. And I flew to New York, and I taught her how to use herbal medicine, herbal products, how she was supposed to prepare them to continue to treat herself. I gave her, I said, I need you to take these products for a certain period of time. Kept in touch with her, also sent her more products throughout the mail. And she called me about a month ago. And she said, this went on for about maybe 2 months. She called me a month ago. And she said on a Saturday, she said, are you sitting down? And I said, yes, what happened? She said, I went to church today to testify. And I said, well, that's nice. She said, I went to testify about you. I said, about you? She said, I went to testify about how God used you to heal me. I said, what are you saying? She said, they did my scan. They repeated my scans. They cannot find the cancer. I said, what? They cannot find the cancer. They did scans, they did lab work, they did everything. The doctor said there is nothing there. We cannot find it. So the doctor says, she explained to the doctor, you know why you can't find it? Remember I stopped the chemo? And the doctor kept saying to her to continue with it, but she had 6 rounds to do it. She said, I can't do this, it's going to kill me. Mm-hmm. She said, after I stopped it, I started doing herbal medicine. She explained to the doctor that she did the herbal medicine. And the doctor said, well, you did the herbal medicine, I'm going to tell you that. The doctor said to her, it worked because we don't see it, we can't find it, there is no evidence of it in your body. She has pancreatic cancer, which is one of the cancers that grows so rapidly when you have it.
Yes.
Okay? Now, I cried. I'm on the phone crying with her. She's on the phone crying with me because that day, it was like, you know, when you have a fire and you throw gasoline on it? It just made me realize we have to continue what we're doing.
Yes.
We have to continue what we're doing because these products are helping people. I have another gentleman who had an issue with prostate. He doesn't have prostate cancer, but his prostate was enlarged. And he says, what can you do for me? I made herbs for him, put it in capsule form so it's easy to swallow. And he called me the other day and said, I am urinating so much better. He had issues with urinating. I said, wow.
So let me ask you something. If I'm understanding correctly, then you can combine herbs together, encapsulate them for the ailments that a person is having.
Yes.
And they can be specialized and created specifically for that person and that ailment that they're dealing with.
Yes. Because
Wow.
the
Game changing.
the other gentleman who had prostate cancer, he had prostate cancer and he had issues sleeping. Okay? He had issues sleeping besides having a diagnosis of the cancer and dealing with depression. So I was able to create something. When I took the package that I took to him, I took capsules to treat his cancer. I took teas that he could drink at night before he go to bed to help him to sleep because he was not sleeping because of the depression. He stayed up all night wondering about his life and how his life is going to be and how much longer this lasts. So I not only treated the cancer, treated his depression as well. You know, because what people need to understand that when you get this diagnosis, when you hear this big C word, it doesn't only, they're saying that this thing is affecting your body, it affects you mentally as well.
It affects your mind.
You know, and one of the things I want to touch on is that the goal of Tree of Life Infusion and Wellness is to assist people to live. So in treating the cancer, you're also treating the depression. You're assisting that person to live. You know, so if somebody calls me and they say, they have issues with, say they have autoimmune. I had a patient that had autoimmune and she was just, every time I would just blow up. I would just get bloated. Doctors don't know why this is happening to me, but I would just get bloated. She said, I was at home one day. She's calling me and she's telling me this story. She said, I was at home one day and something said to me, take the detox capsules. She took the detox capsule in the daytime, because I suggest to take it at night. She took it in the daytime, and she said within 30 minutes, the bloating that she had went down. So the thing is, with autoimmune, it attacks your body. You don't know when it's going to happen. Okay, there's so many different diagnoses that come in the category of autoimmune. And one of the things that it also does is also happens to you if you have an autoimmune disease. If you are under stress and you have an enormous amount of stress that hits you right now, that will trigger your autoimmune to react. And autoimmune is actually the body turning on itself. One of the things that I do with my autoimmune patients is, besides I treat them with the detox, because the detox helps to get rid of what shouldn't be in their body. And then we use herbal products to build up their immune system. So even if they have stress later on, they don't go into crisis. So this is just one of the many things that we do. It's truly amazing when we have the slogan that we assist people to live. Because assisted people to live is what all the herbs do. And we have the ability that you say what's wrong with you. You may have 3 different issues, and we can use the herbs to take care of the 3 different issues. So it's customized health care. So, but you know what I wanted to know about? You make a scarf. You make a scarf. And I remember my dog. Shout out to Shadow. My dog had a bite on the back of his ear. I think it was from a mosquito. He scratched it and made it open. And I was sitting on the patio one day, and I remember that we made the scar cream. And something said to me, clean that ear, put the scar cream on. I put the scar cream on. And the next day when I went and checked his ear, when I tell you that wound had become so much smaller and was drying up, I said, what the heck is going on here? I've never seen anything work so quickly. I was using triple antibiotic on him before, and he would just keep scratching every day, and it's getting worse. And that day I tried your scar cream, and the next day I was like, this is amazing. I called you and I said, what the heck is in this? Because being in the medical field, because I'm a board certified nurse practitioner, and to see something heal so quickly, I need you to explain to everybody what was the inspiration behind that scar cream.
So the scar cream was actually inspired by my surgery.
Oh, wow.
I had surgery on my knee, and I had a stimulator in my knee for 2 months.
Wow.
And so between the incision scar and the stimulator ports, I had 2 holes and a large scar on my leg.
Oh, my goodness.
And I like my legs.
We all do. We like our legs.
They're a nice set of legs. So, I was like, let me see what I can do to help the scars heal better. And so I created a shea butter based scar cream that incorporated all natural products to help heal the scars. So when you told me that you used it on Shadow, my furry nephew, and it healed him, I was like, well, that makes sense that it's all natural, so it can't hurt him, but I was amazed because I created the scar cream for scars on humans, never knowing that this would also cross over into our furry family.
Well, I want to say that I thank you. Shadow thanks you because another product that you created for yourself, the inspiration was for yourself, and you shared it with me saying, hey, I made this scar cream, you should try it. I didn't have any scars. I didn't have any reason to try it, but I said, okay. And the time came where I needed to use it. So I want to thank you. Shadow thanks you for creating that scar cream, sharing it with us, and now you are sharing it with others.
Yes.
You are sharing it with others. Oh, my goodness. There is another product that you make, and it's just, I need you guys to understand that what you see in front of you is just a minute example of the many products that Atmospheric Pleasures has created, Tree of Life has created. I just need you guys to understand that these are not all the products. This is just a sample of the product, because there was a young man that had a skin issue.
Yes. So we created the body scrub for him, also incorporating the shea butter. And we also created the infused witch hazel for him as well. And his dad gave raving reviews. He said everything is going good. The skin cleared up. The neck is lightening up. The dad even got the magnesium spray and said it was helping him with his sleep.
Yes.
So that was a win-win-win that day. And, essentially, that's what it's all about. Helping people, helping them to heal, whether it's mind, body, or soul. Because let's be honest, a lot of times when you have an illness, it also affects your mind.
But can I say something?
Absolutely.
I want to add something right there where you said mind, body, and soul. That young man, he was like, what, 14, 15 years
13.
old? 13 years old. And they're very conscious about their skin and how it looks.
Yes.
And by you helping him, you not only took care of his body, you took care of his mind.
Yes.
So, so I need people to understand that these products, there's thoughts that's gone into it. There's love that's gone into it, But listen, we're running out of time. And there's so much we need to talk about this, but they're going to have to catch the rest of the story in the next segment. Let's do a segment on skin.
Absolutely.
So people have all these skin issues out there because there's so many products that you make for skin.
Yes.
But we just want to thank you for hanging out with us again today. As usual, you know where you can meet us or where you can find us, 689-287-7879. And also, you can send us a message where you can talk to us personally and we'll get back to you at tolivewell@gmail.com, TOLIVWELL@gmail.com. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Toodles.